What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt. And if you're an NFL team that really needs a safety, this offseason is the perfect offseason to address that because in this upcoming free agency, there's a lot of good safeties that are available. And for whatever reason, it seems like every NFL team is releasing their good safeties, which you don't see very often. You normally don't see the amount of safeties being released that we've seen this year. And because of that, it feels like just about every NFL team can upgrade the safety position by adding a safety from free agency. And now, usually during free agency, you'll get a couple good safeties that could start for you, and then the rest of the guys are like solid depth pieces. But it feels like there's a lot of guys that could start for an NFL team. So, I mean, if you need a safety, this is the year to address it. Now, I'm going to get into it a little more, talk about who's available, and then I'll let you guys know a couple players I would like to see the Colts look at and possibly bring in. But before I do that, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. What are some safeties you would like to see the Colts bring in this upcoming offseason? And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter, horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, it seems like almost every NFL team is cutting their safeties. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know if it's because they just need to make the money work for them and cutting those safeties will make it easier for them to, make money work for them. I don't know what the reason is, but let's go over some of the guys that are going to be available. So you got Jamal Adams, Justin Simmons, Eddie Jackson, Quandre Diggs, Kevin Byard. You got Chauncey Garner Johnson, Jordan Poyer. He's available. I mean, Kareem Jackson, he's available. Xavier McKinney is available. Terrell Edmonds is available. Jeremy Chin is available. I mean, it's crazy. This is a good off season if you need a safety. It really is. So, I mean, looking at the list right now, Jamal Adams would be somebody that I would be like, yes, go after him. However, he has injury issues. Like you can't rely on him to stay healthy. And if you're going to bring back Julian Blackman, which I think they should do, having two guys that have been getting hurt as of late in their careers is not really something that I would do. I like Jamal Adams. The potential of him, I think, is it's really good. However, just the injury history, there's other guys I would look at in free agency before I would go with Jamal Adams. Justin Simmons is a guy that I think could be a really good addition to this team. The only thing I look at with him that makes me go, yeah, I don't know. He's 30 years old. There's younger guys that are going to be available. And honestly, you can get other 30-year-olds for cheaper. Um, you can get him, I think, for a pretty good price, but he is 30. That's something to keep in mind. But I mean, if you can bring in Justin Simmons, I'll be very happy with that. Not my number one choice. We'll go over that in just a little bit, but that's a guy I would absolutely bring in. If you're going to bring in an older veteran player, Quandre Diggs is a guy I would definitely look at. Eddie Jackson is somebody I would at least entertain the idea of bringing him in. Jeremy Chin, he's a guy I would absolutely bring in. 26 years old. You should get him for a pretty good deal. I think he would be a really good addition to this safety group. But the one guy that I would love for the Colts to bring in, granted, probably going to cost a pretty penny, but he's 24 years old. Xavier McKinney. That is my number one safety. If I could choose any of the safeties that are available that I would bring in, Xavier McKinney is absolutely the guy I'm bringing in. One of the better safeties, I think, available for sure. He's young. I think he has the opportunity to just get better as well. He is probably my number one choice, followed by Jeremy Chin. That is probably my number two choice if I had to kind of rank them. But to me, I think Xavier McKinney is my number one option. I think him, Chin, those are two guys that you absolutely have to look at. But if you had to ask me which one I would look at first, it would be Xavier McKinney. Not going to be cheap. Definitely not going to be cheap, but I do think he'd be a really good addition for this team. And I mean, you look at other guys that I think would be okay additions that could be good, solid depth pieces that you could bring in case one of your guys gets hurt. I mean, you look at guys like Kareem Jackson might be okay. I wouldn't hate that signing. Chauncey Garner Johnson is a guy I would look at for depth reasons. Um, I think Eddie Jackson's a guy that I would look at. I mean, he would have to sign for a team friendly deal, but Eddie Jackson's a guy I would look at for sure for like depth reasons. But, I would have no problem with him starting as well. But yeah, Xavier McKinney, if I had to choose any of these safeties, it's absolutely him. But again, this is a great year. It's a great year for safeties if you're in need of a safety. And this team is in need of a safety. So yeah, really, really good. Of course, I think you bring back Julian Blackman. I think that's the first guy you got to look at and bring back. But yeah, really, really good year. I'd be very happy with some of the additions that they can bring in. I know McKinney, I will say, because I think some people might comment it. He's strong safety. That's what he was in New York, and obviously Julian Blackman is strong safety as well. I think you can fiddle around with the safety group, and I think you can make it work. I do. I mean, Rodney McLeod, he's also available. I liked what he did in Indianapolis. For depth purposes, I wouldn't hate bringing him in. I think you can get him pretty cheap. So, again, good year for safeties if you need one. Uh, and that's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, horseshoe_pod, link in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.